in this episode of Viral Rewind, we're going to look at the NuttyMouse Trojan. Now, we're actually going really old school for this because I've got it installed on this little 5 1/4 floppy disk. I got my Packard Bell Multimedia F170 tower here out on the bench right now. So I've been using it for something, so we're going to use it while it's here. So I go to my 5 1/4 floppy. And let's take a look at this. So we see right away it has an icon of a mouse on it. It's an interesting little detail. Let's look at its properties. The version says 1.00.0002 copyright MX. Then we look at all the specifics. The comment says, "I made it for you." Company name is SJZ Railway Institute. Internal name is just 2 underscores language Chinese. People's Republic of China, so I guess that's where it came from. And that's about it. So if we run this little NuttyMouse, you see our mouse cursor starts going berserk, which pretty much gives it the name NuttyMouse because it's basically messing around with our mouse pointer. Now, to me, this is basically one of those joke programs like I looked at before, like Bounce or the Train or a couple of other ones. But those are true what they call joke programs. This one here is actually a Trojan, even though it behaves like a joke program, because as we'll see, it actually drops a file and modifies the win.ini so that it runs with Windows Startup. Joke programs don't do any kind of modification to the system. So we can still obviously use our computer with this goofy mouse pointer going all over the place. Oops, I guess I accidentally opened up the Prodigy network. Let's see if I can close it here. Of course, we can still use the keyboard perfectly fine, but obviously using the mouse would be quite difficult. However, unlike some of the joke programs like Bounce, this one actually shows up in Task Manager. So it shows up as that first entry with the weird characters on it, and I can end its task. And it will go away, but then it gives us this error message, file not found, after we force close it. Not sure what it's about, but I guess that just means that the program's terminated. Now that we've seen that is what it has done with the mouse there, we can see what it's done with the win.ini file. Now what's interesting is that although it's a Trojan and it's supposed to drop a file and it modifies win.ini, it actually fails to do that for a very simple reason, which I'll show you after we look at the win.ini file. So this is what change it makes to win.ini. It puts a addition to the run command to run this $.exe program from the C:/Windows folder. However, when we look here, there is no $.exe program that has that mouse cursor anywhere here in the Windows folder, and it's not hidden or anything, it just simply doesn't exist. And that's because it can't actually create the file and drop it there. And the simple reason is this. So let me create something like a bitmap image. So let's try to name it $.bmp for bitmap. And here's the problem. See, you can't have a file name containing any special characters like, \/, caret, greater than, less than, and so on. And because of that, see, you can't have the file named that way, so there's no way for it to drop it because it's illegal to have a file name like that with 2 question marks. So other than that, it's just a pretty quick demonstration of the NuttyMouse Trojan there with what it does to our cursor. and the attempted file that it drops to run with the modified win.ini. So that's pretty much it for this nutty mouse Trojan.